superpowers to bring you entertainment.
Please, Mr. Zombie, don't eat me. I've got fibromyalgia. I've got gout.
And welcome to the Sunday Shenanigans edition of Business Party Podcast, where we just bring you the news where it happened over the weekend and where it went to die, and yeah, all that jazz. So, how you guys doing?
What up? Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to the Sunday Shenanigans. I'm good. Jackie, Mama J, how are you?
Good. Sweaty.
Yeah,
Good.
it's actually pretty
cleaning.
nice. It's pretty
Yeah.
nice here. Last episode, I was sweating, but yeah, it's pretty nice here today, actually.
Yeah, when I was on with you guys earlier, I just had cleaned so much. I was like sweating profusely, and it's finally like calming down a little bit. So.
Well, it's nice to see the baby help you out and take your glasses off and just smudge them all over the place.
Oh my god.
Kids are great, aren't they?
We dropped them on the floor. Where'd they go?
And then you had the baby in a full Nelson. I'm like, just slam it. Just shut it.
Well, I was
Leave my
calling for
glasses
the
alone.
other kid. I was calling for my other kid, and then the baby started crying because I was too loud, apparently. So when I had to call him again, I had my hands over his little ears, and his arms were all like...
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you should have just like, this is what it's going to be like for the rest of your life. Slam his head.
I mean, the second kid is definitely going to give us a run for our money. Like, he's kind of like the silent assassin. He's very, very stealthy and quiet, but he hates when people clap or celebrate or sing happy birthday. Yeah,
so
he's like super serious. So we're like, he's gonna be like the best CPA accountant like ever.
Mm-hmm.
So your second one doesn't like happiness. Check, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
He doesn't like being gay.
They're like, happy birthday to... He's like, no.
Yeah. Whereas my first son is just like, woohoo! I'm the party. Clap for me. And then he goes, thank you, and bows to everything. So yeah, they're like polar opposites.
You're gonna need to send him to a Christian college or something like that, or else he's gonna be naked on the top of a roof doing keg stands, like, yeah, party.
I know. I swear.
Oh, man.
Lord.
So pretty interesting week. We were gonna get into a couple topics, but Abel just that was I was going over that interview and that conversation, and that's fucked up. Not gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
What they ostracizing him because he just wanted to bring people together, like the cops and the LGBT community, and they were just like, no. And it just shows that they don't want nothing to be together. They want to ostracize themselves and be superior.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it comes down to.
They just want you to like bow down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all it is.
No discussion. Yeah.
You must assimilate.
I have another live from the other night.
Oh, really?
And it was
drama?
It's 6 white people talking about black issues. And it's like
that's just funny in itself, right there. Just saying that,
dude. It's just, and they're just going off on this one lady who sounded like she was about 17 Jack and Cokes in. Mm-hmm. So it was like, here's my stance on it. Stop apologizing. Stop trying to assimilate and say I have because they don't fucking care. They don't care. They just want to sit there and tell you you're white, you're wrong, and shut up. And that's all they want to do. And they want to call you every single name. And if you just go, okay, I am. And then they just, oh, you are? Yeah, I am. So
sure.
what do you want to do? And then they'll like boot you or whatever. And then they'll go on a tirade. with you not in there, just stop defending yourself. Just say, okay. And
Yeah.
and that's it. And what's gonna happen? They're gonna tell your job you're racist and everything like that. And okay, fine, whatever. I'm so sick and tired. Just the racist, the trans. All those words are so worn out right now. It's just they went from racist now transphobic, and it's like, do you guys understand that a lot of you people are talking about children? You're defending children being manipulated, and you want reparations for people. Are we supposed to be moving forward?
Yeah. This progressivism seems to be taking us backward into sectionalities and tribalism, and then
segregation.
Mhm.
But boy, do I love a good red pill. Oh no, FBI, CIA is coming and knocking my door because that's one of the words. You heard about that too. Can't say red pill,
Don't be
Chad.
So based.
Oh yeah, don't be so based, Giga Chad. Okay, chill out. Yeah. By the way, I'm watching over on the Rumble chat, so if anybody's watching on Rumble and wants to leave a comment there, I can see it. So just letting everybody know.
But I am loving watching people, and it's bad. Oh no, that's the other one. I was trying to get rid of that. When the Young Turks have had enough, and Anna Kasparian has had enough.
Yeah, it's pretty funny seeing her going off about stuff that obviously her whatever spectrum represents, all these new age liberals and stuff, leftists.
Anna Kasparian says she doesn't want to work with any leftists anymore since they just used them by getting on the Young Turks and insulting Shank and Anna afterwards. Obviously, a dig at whoever. And I can't believe Anna is resorting to accusing others of clout chasing. I think this is the one.
To be honest, I just don't really care to collaborate with any other leftist ever again at this point.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at, because they come on the show, they build a name for themselves, and then they build a bigger name for themselves.
Because you guys are so huge.
I mean, they do have a lot. They do have a lot of followers, and they're pretty backed. But I just love how Fatso is just like.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We're gonna get. They're gonna take away our money. Do you understand? We need this money.
Look at how fucking tight her hair is pulled. Jesus, woman.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
Well, pointy ass face too. But continue.
Trashing us as if they don't know who we are, as if they haven't worked with us. They don't know what our actual political values are. So I don't, Jake, I never want to talk about them again. I never want to address them again. It's a waste of time. There's important stuff.
He looks like he's been yelled at. He looks like he's been yelled at like that before. Look at him, just shut up, and hopefully she'll.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
He's just waiting for her to run out of steam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Something tells me she don't run out of steam. No, something tells me she does not.
Yeah, her face tells you that. I don't think she ever does. She's crazy, man.
Going on in the country, our personal drama with a bunch of leftists on Twitter doesn't matter.
All right.
But yeah, so that's take number one. Let's see.
They're starting to eat their own.
You are not kidding. Is this okay? All right, so this is them talking about the swimmer, and now this is Riley Gaines.
Mm-hmm.
When they cornered her and they started holding her for ransom at the college, and because women's rights, right? Women's rights, yet this woman has no rights. I think this is the same woman. Hate trans people. Anna Kasparian is here to tell you exactly how you should politely protest a bigot who doesn't want your existence.
That's ridiculous.
That's another thing I love. Because they don't want you in sports, they just want you gone.
Right.
What?
And what's funny is like all this shit keeps happening. We just keep saying we don't want biological men in there. I mean, and it's for a reason. And the obvious reason is the same reason why biological women aren't joining men's sports, because they will get handled.
Well, not even that. Riley, that too. But Riley also said that they were just forced to get dressed with an anatomy, a biological male. Like he was just in the room, and she said it takes like 15 minutes to put one of those suits on. I mean, they're like painted on, so I would think so.
Yeah.
And she's just like, now we have to get dressed in front of this person. And then she was also, they were supposed to give her, they tied, and I sound like I was talking about whatever the other one was. They tied, and then they made her, what's the name of the person again? The swimmer?
Riley.
No, the other one.
It made
Leah.
Leah, yeah.
Thompson?
Yeah.
Leah
So
Thompson?
Leah Thomas, and Riley tied for first, and they told Riley that to take a hike, and that Leah was going to go on the podium because it was better for optics.
Yeah, it's a better
Yeah.
PR shit.
Yeah.
So
It's so funny too when you watch the swimming though that you could tell like Leah was going really fast and then like was slow, like looked back and was like, oh shit, I'm going too fast, and like slowed down a little bit. You're like, you bitch, you were a lap ahead of everybody. How'd you run out of gas so fast? Like
you're right. She's just like, oh shit, I'm beating everybody by too much. I'm gonna have to tone it down a little.
yeah.
Now, it's worth noting that there were trans rights activists in the room as she was giving her talk. And I want to show you what I think a productive protest looks like. Let's watch.
You go, they honor you, they name their Woman of the Year. And so I went to this convention. It was in January, it was in San Antonio. And so I go to the convention, obviously not in support because the award was immediately meaningless.
So they're holding up signs the whole time showing their support for the transgender community. There was also a Q&A portion where there was disagreement. They exchanged their comments, their disagreement with one another. I think that's productive. But what happened outside of that room, what happened for the 3 hours following her talk, not productive. I don't understand how anyone would think that this is going to win over hearts and minds in any way.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we've lost our sponsorships, let's go to the next thing.
Okay, now that I see our narrative crumbling.
Okay, so here is what is leading up to Anna Kasparian is now really pissed. And her head is fuming. And I mean, all these things, she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. But this is where the left is pushing people to. Like, it's too much. It's too much. You're eating your own. And the right is starting to get there too. You know,
I'd like to see if I can edit some of this video and like put flames on the top of her bun on the top.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, with the Young Turks, like I actually started listening to like political commentary because of the Young Turks back in like 2008, right? And I was like, oh, look at how it's so cool because I was in college, and I was like, oh, look, it's so cool. People are talking politics and cursing at the same time. Sweet, but like they were very. Yes, on the liberal side, but like more kind of centrist at that time. And then they just went far, far left. And it's like you can only pretend to enjoy the crazy for so much until you come back. Sorry, go ahead and play.
No. I was letting you talk. But you're right. The problem is, and the same thing with like newspapers and newscasts nowadays. They're driven by the dollar, just like everything else.
Right.
Everybody's driven by money. So when you start having conversations and you realize that it's going nowhere and you're stagnant, and then all of a sudden you start hitting on well, maybe this person's racist. And then you start seeing the money jump. Well, maybe this person's racist. Well, Orange Man's racist. Orange Man's this. And then you just see the money just go up. All of a sudden, you lose all your scruples and everything like that. And you end up this way. And then I think it's funny. Somebody pointed this out to me. People become so far left that they go right.
Yeah.
It does seem to happen.
It's like it just comes in a full circle. But yeah, watch her go off and watch. He just seems like a battered husband, and it's amazing. I'm sorry. And some men deserve it.
Oh, we got to add it back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
The way that it happens is, I know that in California, at least, with the phasing out of gas powered cars, and they'll probably do the same thing with gas stoves, is they just ban the sale of any new gas powered cars or any new gas stoves. And so the technology that you have in your home, the gas stove that you have in your home, if it breaks, not only are you not able to buy a new one, but it gets increasingly more difficult to just repair it. You get what I'm saying? And so like,
I get it, but that's a bump. That's the normal bumps in the road as you transition to things.
I know, but Cenk, like, don't minimize the financial burdens associated with these things, okay?
No, I'm not
Because like, I
minimizing.
am literally freaking the fuck out about the charging station thing. I'm like, it's gonna cost. We're gonna take out a massive fucking loan to pay for it. We're not getting any help from the fucking government on that.
Did you guys ask? Is there any tax credits? But seriously, seriously, there's no government.
Did you see that face?
Yeah, she's like, she wanted to be like, bitch, are you serious?
I swear to God, I saw her like punch him 7 times and nobody saw it. I swear.
Right. That's where we need to edit and
Slapped him
put.
so hard, my face hurt.
Right, she had the laser eyes. Like I was waiting for his head to start melting.
Dude, that was the longest 2 seconds ever. But she's absolutely correct. She's 100% correct. Fuck a tax credit. You have to spend how much money? A Tesla's what, $140,000 or whatever it is? You know, they can argue, no, it's fucking expensive. They're expensive.
I love how he goes with government issued shit. Like, how about they just not take taxes and you keep your own fucking money? Huh? What a thought.
Yeah, let's stop. Tax credit? Fuck your tax credit. How about I just keep my money and I can spend it how I want to fucking spend it? I'm so sick of them.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so is she talking about like a charging station that they're putting up in her building or something?
I don't know.
I think like all over.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact of charging stations. But she makes a great point in a few more in another sentence or two. But yeah, you need to put charging stations all over. Everybody needs a charging station for their car, and or a charging station installed into your home, which is just a cable or whatnot. But still, once again, let's think about this. How do we get energy in this country? It's not nuclear. It doesn't. The solar energy. We don't have enough, solar light or whatever enough to power all these vehicles. So how do we get it? Oh yeah, that's coal. Still the same product, just in a different form. But people don't want to understand that. Same product, different form. So, but then she makes a great point in a few minutes.
I'm gonna help at all to
Cenk,
transition
I don't
you
give
guys.
a fuck about tax credits.
No, I'm saying for the HOA. Like,
no, there's been no talk of tax credits. I haven't seen anything about tax credits. I should look into it. Maybe there are tax credits, but I don't give a fuck about tax credits because you have to shell out cash. Okay, like I want to do something in response to climate change. That is not my issue here.
Doesn't matter what you do, you
issue
can't change the
is
climate, bitch.
Like we're forced to make all these changes that are a financial burden, a giant inconvenience with like little to no help. And the solution from the government in terms of like, no, you get financial benefits for doing this is fucking tax credits. No, I don't want the tax credits. Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay? Don't tell me this bullshit about how I have to buy like some new fucking thing because the government's forcing me to do it. And then like, after I file my taxes, there's a certain portion of that purchase that might be tax deductible.
If you get your fucking taxes back.
If you aren't part of a different tax bracket from the year before.
Yeah, if they're still not too busy funding bullshit war that we're not in apparently, but
right.
In Ukraine, if they don't have enough money to give it back to you, the government's just going to tell you, sorry, So we don't have your money.
Or
It's,
at least Tide Hair is somewhat coming our way with recognizing this is all bullshit.
and they're coming after her. They're coming after them, both of them.
Like, fuck off. I'm so sick of it. It's just like endless pressure. I can't take it.
Yeah, I hear you. And we ask too much of the middle class. We ask too much of the average person.
The middle class is the most fucked group of people in this country.
No, I hear you on all that. But at some point, we got to go to electric cars. We don't have a choice.
No, we don't.
Like the plant's burning. So we got.
Don't you love that?
What
The
an
planet's burning.
idiot.
I love how we just,
Oh, God.
at some point we have to. No, we fucking don't. At any point we have to die. That's all we really have to do. Like, come on, man. Get your head out of your ass. We don't have to do that.
He's so stuck in the Matrix, and that, like I said, that money. He so wants that money.
That's one of those the total govern me harder daddy people. It's just we're gonna have to. No, we don't.
Yep. He's Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction, and he likes it.
Got to go to electric cars. So when California says, hey, let's go to electric cars by whatever the number is, 2025, et cetera. Yeah, it's going to be tough. But at the same time, now prices are coming down, right?
Okay, but Jake, let's not minimize the cost of like actually charging those cars, right? Because here's the other thing. So Gavin Newsom pushes for and succeeds in passing legislation in California that would ban the sale of electric cars at a certain year. I think it is 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not, maybe it's 2035. I don't remember the exact year, but eventually, pretty soon, you're no longer gonna be able to buy a gas-powered car in California. Literally like that same month, Gavin Newsom's like, there's a heat wave and our energy grid really can't handle it. And so I'm just gonna ask you guys, if you have electric vehicles, please don't charge them right now. It's just.
No.
I mean,
That's what we've been saying. Well, then I'm waiting for him to be like, it's because they haven't built the grid well enough and all that blah blah blah. Yeah, they're not going to. It's not gonna. They're not gonna have the technology to do it, especially by 2025.
The whole United States, the way we have energy now, and wind and solar, the same thing. It's the same thing. We don't have enough for as much as we use. Everything we use is electric. I've got 17 things on in here to run this place right now.
Right.
And it's like everything needs, a certain amount of electricity.
That kind of goes along with that whole JP Morgan thing, trying to call for evoking what's it, eminent domain to seize lands for wind and solar and.
Yeah. But yeah, so what's going to happen when everybody's on the grid and with these cars, and now the government's forcing you to get them? Now you have to get these cars, and now you can't go anywhere because you couldn't charge your car, or there was not enough electricity, and we have no electricity. What's going to happen then? Oh yeah, what was that thing you were talking about the other day, Biz? About the what cities?
What the 15-minute cities?
Oh yeah. The 15-minute cities where everything you want is within 15 minutes of you, and they can all corral you and make sure you guys aren't going anywhere. They don't want you to have cars. That's what's coming. And you think we're conspiracy?
But remember, you can go outside of there as long as you buy credits to go outside of there. Oh, hence the do black card. Oh, wait a minute. Bing, bing, bing.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, that was it. You can't do that. This is what he says. They don't listen. People do not listen, and we've been saying it for a while. We've been saying it the whole time. We've been, doing this. And that this shit is it's always a Trojan horse. It's never what they say it is. Never.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm waiting to see how they're going to try to implement. Speaking of Trojan horse, that Fed Now thing still that's supposed to be coming up in what's it, July?
Yeah, July 13th, I think you said.
Yeah, how they're going to fucking make that look so pretty. But I have a feeling I don't know if they're going to try to make everybody put it on their phone, like if it's going to be an app too, or if it's just going to banks and banks are just going to see everything that goes through. That's going to be the main thing, which I wouldn't be surprised. It'd probably just start with banks first.
Yeah, it's probably that's what the thing said. It's just going to go to the banks, and then the banks, or you sign up for it and you get your taxes within a day or so, or you get your paycheck quicker because it's they're going to make it convenient. I mean, look at everybody who's still wearing masks.
Right.
They're still wearing fucking masks. You think they're really not going to go, oh, okay, the government said let's do this?
Thing that I would recommend is definitely calling your banks and saying if you guys are going to be participating in this Fed now or switching banks or something.
What are you going to do if every bank is that?
I mean, you just don't know if every bank's going to be that, though. That's call credit unions, call them all around your area until you find one that isn't going to do it, or I don't know, keep your ass cash full.
But then once you go to a cashless society, then what? It's like if somebody's not
shooting your own food,
you went a totally different way than I thought you were gonna go.
As soon as I started shooting, like, whoa, wait a minute.
But I mean, we just keep making money. And just I'm speechless, man, because it's going bad quick, and the people.
Yeah. I mean, but like even me saying like joking around that way, when it comes to CBDC, you don't think it's gonna get somewhat like that with people out in rural areas that aren't gonna want that shit,
right?
And I mean, everyone's main argument is, oh, we're already digital in most ways, but yeah, no shit, but it isn't government controlled yet, homie. Like, I hate when people try to come with that excuse. Like, shut up, get out of my face with that.
Well, did you see, like, during COVID, they were trying to I think that they were trying to do things to kind of implement it during COVID. When you saw, when you would go to places and they'd be like, credit card only. Like, I saw a bunch of that popping up. And then, like, we had the change shortage.
Yeah,
remember when that happened?
Weird. Yeah.
And I was just like, I think that's a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it just happened to happen during that time. Like, come on.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know if we could actually go to a full cashless society, I guess, because of like what's going to happen with the black markets, like are they going to let crypto stay decentralized just for those purposes?
Well, that would be the whole thing, is they would try to regulate it so much to where it would have to go through central bank digital currency or Fed now and stuff like that, because I mean, CBDC and all that shit it's programmable to not accept whatever it doesn't want to accept. That's like the main downfall when people talk about still having crypto and stuff. It's like you can have all of it that your heart desires, but if it's not accepted in places or something, you ain't getting anything for it.
Right. Well, Scott, you already know my thoughts on crypto. It's Beanie Babies and Pokemon cards.
Right. And I mean, it's a good idea and all, but it, like, by the acceptance of Bitcoin and all that shit, it kind of ushered in a society just being like, well, it should be fine.
Right.
Yeah, but like you were saying, how many people when we were during the pandemic and they just made it an excuse to go use your card. You can't use money because you're going to transfer it to another person, and then but my card is not. Okay, wait, huh? What?
Right.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started. When you got the cashiers wearing the fucking gloves with their fingers coming out of it, and they've touched everybody's shit like 50 times with the same pair of gloves. Man, I went off on a register person doing that. I had taken my mask off because I was having an anxiety attack. They're like, "Excuse me, miss, I'm not going to check you out until you put your mask back on." And I said, "You're not going to check me out until you." I was like, "Okay, if we're going to play this game, I'm like, well, you can't check me out until you change your gloves because you just touched that lady's shit, and now you're going to touch mine."
And
I was like,
every
if we're gonna
single
play this game, let's play this game then.
And for every single item that you touch of mine, you have to change it because Listen, that's the only way though that we win. Like not win, but that's the only way technically you win. It's because fine. You want to make it more inconvenient for me. I'm going to make it cost more for you. Then you're going to have to change your gloves every single thing you touch. Listen, then you're going to piss off people, and then you go, look, you don't want it. I don't want it either. So what are they
Like,
gonna?
I thought we were being cautious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, honest to God, the thing that's going to get us out of all this bullshit is logic and common sense.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and
Do they sell that on Amazon? Because I don't think a lot of kids know where that is
Yeah, it's
or
on
what
back
that
order.
is.
It's on back order for most of society right now.
It's just like logic is and common sense, and it's always the goalposts. Aww.
Got the hug.
And it's like, here's the thing: is like they're always changing the goalpost, and then when you change the goalpost, they go, "You can't change the goalpost," and you just did it. You just changed the goalpost. Like, what are you talking about? You know, and it's just, and when you, and then they go, well, you know, you're just being anecdotal. So the fuck are you? Like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know, man. We're in a weird spot, like I say all the time, but you know, we're coming to a place where I thank God I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's all.
Speaking of being in a weird spot, somebody was in a weird spot recently. That would be the CEO of Budweiser. Budweiser CEO just deleted his account when exposed as a CIA agent or ex-CIA agent, actually. I forgot what years it was, but Benny Johnson ended up finding that out. And I'll play a little bit of the beginning of this video of his. Let me pull it back up. But he goes into also things about Anheuser-Busch. It seems that they are supporters of the WEF as well, which is not surprising. And that's why I keep talking about all these companies that are doing this shit. That did some of these other people forget about the whole ESG thing? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of these companies are just doing this shit to start getting into that DEI shit, diversity, equity, inclusion, all that horse shit that we keep hearing about. You know, what also seemed to kill South Africa when they included that shit into their constitution.
Into their constitution, right?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, play some of this
Before
video.
or
It's
after the
pretty good.
apartheid?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't remember. They did it in the 90s. I think it was like 95 or 96.
After, maybe?
Might be.
Yeah, I think apartheid ended at 91.
But yeah, anyone listening, I'm sure you guys know about the whole Bud Light putting Dylan Mulvaney as their on their can. I guess eventually kind of their like little bit of spokesperson. Then the the marketing manager for Bud Light? She came out talking about how she wanted to do this whole new campaign of inclusivity and all that shit. And it's like, yeah, it's like somebody was like, hey, why don't you write a campaign that completely misses your base and like say less? Let's go ahead and do this. Put Dylan Mulvaney on there.
But Dylan Mulvaney is like on TikTok, right? Which is like mostly for a kids app.
Yeah.
So who are they trying to get? Because she was saying that they wanted to get a younger audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like what? Like 16, 17? Is that
Yeah,
what
like,
they're trying to?
You guys trying to get fucking teenagers?
Yeah. Like you can't drink until you're 21.
Right.
But somehow you're going to, you know, they don't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make any sense. And also Dylan Mulvaney, remember, he dressed like a 6-year-old not too long ago. And also was hanging out with the infamous child groomer, Jeffrey Marsh, who is known for saying that your parents screwed up. Talk to me. So yeah, that's a person to hang out with.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch a little bit of this.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen or brewery in this scenario. The CIA agent CEO of Budweiser is learning that the hard way. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch injected himself into the drama of the Dylan Mulvaney partnership with one of America's favorite beer brands yesterday by releasing this pithy, groveling, non-apology statement. This man's name is Brendan Whitworth. In this statement, Brendan Whitworth wraps himself in the American flag, but refuses to apologize to the billions of believers and Christians and decent people and non-mentally ill people that he offended by partnering with Dylan Mulvaney. He was rightfully destroyed in the comments here. People are saying that it's BS. This letter basically says nothing, trying to cover your ass. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, all I heard was blah, blah, blah. It really was a bad statement, and it completely got utterly destroyed and ratioed. So this is the statement itself that is the statement on the Anheuser-Busch.com website. And, well, I went and did a little bit of research yesterday, and I found some very interesting things about Brendan
And it's
Whitworth,
funny how CIA
including,
operatives or
but not limited
ex-CIA
to,
members
the
end
fact
up
that he
in
is a
media
CIA
and
operative.
shit, or running
This
places.
is for real. This is his LinkedIn page.
Yeah,
You
how'd
can
he
go
get to
right
be the
here and
CEO?
see the screenshots that I
Right.
tweeted here in this now incredibly viral tweet. This thing took off. Here are 4,500 retweets, bunch of quote tweets, almost 17,000 likes, and I linked to his
Yeah.
LinkedIn,
Deep
right?
State
I went to
Beer.
his LinkedIn, easily searchable, public LinkedIn page. Deep State Beer is what Kim.com says. Well, anyway, active CIA asset, put it on their LinkedIn. You are not serious people. Yeah, okay. So everyone was a little shocked to find out that this person is really running Deep State Beer. I'm sorry, what? Okay. So anyway, a dark, vast conspiracy that may just go all the way to the top. Yes. So what do we have here? These screenshots of Brendan Whitworth's LinkedIn. Now, why are these screenshots important? Well,
Now, it shouldn't even be that big of a deal, like, about him being in the CIA and whatnot. Like, I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter. It's obviously a weird thing, and it seems to happen quite often. But why, whenever somebody finds it out, do you delete your fucking LinkedIn page? Like,
Right.
Like the judge's daughter from the Trump trial. She deleted her
Yeah.
LinkedIn page because she was the social media persuader or whatever it is.
Oh, it was
Director
the
of persuasion.
Director of digital persuasion.
which sounds like fucking propaganda maker.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like, you know.
Just a little bit.
The director
because
of the,
Brendan
the
Whitworth-
director of Ministry of Truth.
Right.
Yeah.
LinkedIn no longer exists. And this may be why. This screenshot that I took yesterday says he was a operations officer, counterterrorism, clandestine service for the Central Intelligence Agency for 5 years.
Okay, yeah.
Washington, D.C., Pakistan, Tunisia, Iraq, specialized in the recruitment and handling of human sources. Wow. Okay. Access to vital information. So CIA agent confirmed. And it's not just on his LinkedIn page. You can go here to Fox Business from the CIA to beer. Brendan Whitworth's path to the CEO of Anheuser-Busch. This goes through and describes how Brendan Whitworth was a Central Intelligence Agency asset in the Middle East when he was applying essentially for business school, right? He was stationed in Baghdad, Iraq, working for the Central Intelligence Agency. So he was really, really excited about this, working for the CIA's counterterrorism center. He was an operations officer. So this guy was a CIA asset. Now, everyone who knows anything about the CIA will tell you that once you're in, you're in. You're never not an asset for the CIA, no matter what. Oh, he's moved on in his career. No, you
I'm always calling Anheuser-Busch and Budweiser Deep State Beer from now on all the time. Drinking that Deep State Beer, huh?
don't. I know enough people inside of the intel services. You don't move on. You are an asset forever. Once you're in, you're in. You're allowed to go off and do other things, but trust me, your allegiance is always with the deep state. And so here's what I find particularly interesting this morning. As I was looking through my tweet, and as I was seeing, the comments, and this thing really took off, I went and I clicked on the link that I put out there because, of course, I want people to be able to see for themselves. Brendan Whitworth, LinkedIn. And I clicked on that link, and what to my surprise, this page no longer exists. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a little strange. Brendan Whitworth, what's going on? This must be a mistake. Okay, so let's see. Let's Google search Brendan Whitworth. Okay, I just did that. Here's Brendan Whitworth, Google searched. And then here's at the top of the results.
Yeah.
You have almost 1 million results here. at the top of the results for Brendan Whitworth is his LinkedIn. There it is, right
But
there.
everybody
Okay,
was
let's click
Googling
on it.
that
This must
shit,
have been a
so it
mistake.
shot to the top.
My
Oh yeah.
God. By God. Has this man scrubbed his LinkedIn? There it is. It's not found. He deleted his account because we called him out as a CIA asset. But it gets better.
Yeah, I wonder if he goes into it
man.
now.
Get a load of this. Because your boy Benny was doing his research, and because I was doing this reporting for you yesterday, and I was looking through this stuff so you don't have to, and calling out this guy for being a CIA asset in charge of Anheuser-Busch.
More
I
like
have to have
asshead.
this open on my studio computer screen in a browser that I didn't close down yesterday. So here you can actually see Brendan Whitworth's now deleted LinkedIn. If I click away from this page, you won't be able to actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
The archive
You know, I'll
that
lose
shit.
it forever. So
Yeah.
this is the literal LinkedIn that has been saved in a browser window that was open before he deleted it. So I still have access to his LinkedIn. So what do we have here? We have the fact that he speaks Arabic. Okay. That,
Oh,
Why
boy.
are
I
they
guess that
always coming
stands
out
for
of
reason.
Harvard?
Right.
Bucknell, Harvard Business School, Operations Center, Counterterrorism Center, Clandestine Services, right here. Specialized in the recruitment and handling of human sources, access to vital information, intelligence, and prevented and disrupted terrorist threats. CIA officer. 5 years. There it is. Boom, shaka, laka. What else do we have here on his
Yeah.
You
activity?
fucker.
Well, here is his most recent post from 2 weeks ago. Right when the scandal hit, he was talking about future of women in brewing. We mean a future where everyone has a seat at the table and feels valued. It's my pleasure to join women in beer and beyond. Oh, wow. Interesting. So he was here celebrating the people like Alyssa Heinerschneid, who were overseeing the partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. What else do we have here? Well, we have him
Pushing that
proudly
woke
sharing
agenda.
his
Yep.
From CIA to Beer, Brendan Whitworth article here. We also have him sharing about COVID-19 vaccination.
And over here.
He is sitting here talking about the celebration of progress towards COVID-19 vaccinations. Anheuser-Busch will give away free beer. And here, Anheuser-Busch pushes sustainability.
And what does that sound like? Agenda 2030. So much sustainability.
Actually, you know what's funny? I found him.
Did you?
Yeah. He's right here.
Got him.
We got him.
Vero DeMilo.
Oh my god.
I got your Anheuser and your Bush right here. Come on. Sweat
Oh,
with
man.
me. 1, 2, 3. Now drink my sweat.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
It's
But it's funny.
insane.
It's funny with the CIA dude, this Brendan guy, how all those little dots connect in the background after Benny did some research and looked that up for us. So I'll definitely give Benny some credit on that. He found quite a bit of shit on him, actually. Not only CIA, but then working with all this woke agenda shit and how they're talking towards sustainability stuff. It's going into that ESG bullshit again. Like every company's gonna
Oh,
start
yeah.
doing it.
Well, I mean, if you think about, all right. Well, okay. So you're talking about how Anheuser-Busch was working with the World Economic Forum and all this. What people need to understand is that the World Economic Forum and the United Nations signed an agreement together in 2019 to accelerate the implementation of Agenda 2030.
Mhm.
Let me
Yeah, because
bring
it's
it
already
up
been
just so
pushed
you
back
know I'm not
once. Because
I'm
it
not
was Agenda 21, then they
bullshitting
wanted
you.
to Agenda 21, and they had to add shit for Agenda 2030. And when did they sign? What was that? 2015. Whenever they made Agenda 2030, so it give them 15 years to fucking do it all.
Yes. Yeah. I
And with
believe
them
so.
indoctrinating
Sorry.
your kids earlier and earlier through the schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, telling once again, it started with the masks.
That's the
So you have
what do they call it? The long march through education systems. I forgot what it's called, but it's a long march. They already talk about that, especially in China and stuff, how they bring people over here to do that. The institutions, the long march to the institutions. That's what it's called. Yeah.
So you get like what the 10-year-olds that started during COVID, and you start telling them, yeah, you got to wear your mask. You got to wear your mask, or else you're going to hurt somebody. And then you just continue it, and you continue it. And by the time if they start them at 8. And then by the time they're 18, they can vote, and now they're voting this shit in themselves.
Well, and
they're
that whole,
literally walking themselves in.
Oh, we see cultural Marxism constantly in everything that's happening now with these what I call new age liberals. I guess I don't even like calling them liberals anymore.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
So here,
Yeah.
So this is actually from the World Economic Forum website. So if you could see here, it was published on the 13th of June. And it's talking about the World Economic Forum and U.S. sign a strategic partnership framework. And it just goes in, talk about meeting the sustainable goals is essential for the future of humanity. The World Economic Forum is committed to supporting this effort and working with the United Nations to build a more prosperous and equitable future. The new strategic partnership framework between the United Nations and World Economic Forum has a great potential to advance our efforts on key global challenges and opportunities. Now, I'm going to stop it right here because then I'm going to show you the actual agreement that they signed. So here is the actual agreement that they signed. And these key focus areas is financing. So how they're going to finance the agenda.
Pause for a sec. Pause for a sec. You think we should cut the one and just go straight to the other? Go to the other one?
Nah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like, you know what? Maybe we should do this in the other place, but oh well.
Let's give YouTube a test today.
These key areas that they're focusing on is like how they're going to finance the agenda and such. It doesn't go into exact detail, obviously, but it talks about how they're going to work on climate change together.
Was it say trying to reach carbon neutrality?
It says, furthermore, the UN Forum partnership will increase the ambition of and accelerate commitments and platforms for public-private cooperation and critical areas of adaptation, such as early warning systems, disaster risk reduction, improving resilience of essential services such as water, sanitation, health, and education, where the private sector plays an increasingly important role in providing the livelihood opportunities, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so this is the big part, is talking about the public-private cooperation. So it's it gives me how the CCP vibes, how it's like, oh, well, it's a private corporation. Yeah, but they work with the government.
Right.
Type thing. And, how they're going to work together on health of everybody, the digital cooperation.
Well, that's kind of what happened with the whole Twitter deal with them trying to silence accounts and like push down doctors and other shit like that. That was more or less like a digital cooperation whenever it came to something like that,
You mean like
collaborate? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. You mean this 60 Minutes is brought to you by Pfizer.
Pfizer. Yeah. Well, and then it says here in the digital cooperation, it's collaboration between the UN and the Forum to meet the needs of the fourth industrial revolution. That will seek to advance global analysis, digital and standards for digital governance and digital inclusiveness, and promote public-private partnerships to address global reskilling and lifelong learning for the future requirements for work and preparing the world's 1.8 billion young people for this transition.
That all of that just screamed diversity, equity, inclusion, social credit scores, and environmental social governance for businesses. All of that.
Yeah. It talks about gender equality, women empowerment, education and skills. And that's like, those are the 6 of the goals that they're working hard on together.
The 19th Amendment was a bad idea.
Huh?
The 19th Amendment was a bad idea. Women's equality. Sorry, Jackie.
Well, I mean, if anything, we fucked everything up with that, but you know what? We're eliminating ourselves anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like Drew Barrymore fucking praising Dylan Mulvaney whenever he went on her show. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
On whose show? Drew Barrymore, when she like bowed down to him?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
In her defense, I will
defend her?
say, for objectivity, she does weird shit like that all the time with her.
Yeah,
she's
she's pretty
gets
stupid.
very in their faces. Like she doesn't know personal bubble.
Yeah. Boundaries, lady. Get back.
Yeah.
Speaking of the community, this video I came across on TikTok is very well informative, and it gives you an inside look on what it's like, I guess, being a trans.
Live my truth. Just be me. And win races. Completely unrelated. But now that you mention it, the craziest thing happened. I started winning races. Can you believe it? Things were looking up. I was finally me, the real me, and separately, coincidentally, happening at the exact same time, I'm a gold medal athlete.
I'd never seen a bicyclist like Norm. Tremendous focus, deeply motivated, and his bike had a 200 horsepower engine that could go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
I remember this time. He's a megastar, not only winning trophies left and right, but also a huge inspiration to the trans vehicle community. And I said, Norm, when did you know you were actually a bicyclist? You know what he said? He said, I was looking at a bicycle, and I thought, my motorcycle's faster than that. And that's when I knew who I was.
But the thought and the realization just happened to be at the same time. A total coincidence.
He's in the same pose as Caitlyn Jenner.
That's fucking hilarious. My motorcycle's way faster than that. That's what I knew.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
His bicycle has 200 horsepower to 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I was just like, that sounds just about right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But it's just, I saw that and I was dying laughing because like that's pretty much where it goes.
Right, that's where we're going. It's gonna happen.
I mean, but I mean, which way was I gonna? Okay, so I'm trying to think of which way to go because I have the either we go Zelensky first or we go the Washington Post working for the FBI, which leads into Zelensky, but they kind of lead into each other. So which one do you think, Zelensky first or the guy?
Or the other first.
Okay. So apparently, the FBI is now the Washington Post is now the third leg of the FBI. The Washington Post is now the third leg of the FBI. Let's see. And we have the wonderful Don Lemon to let us know.
Oh, geez.
I like how they just say it like it's nothing. They're just like the Washington Post is, yet they were having a knip shit about McCarthy giving Fox News the January 6th tapes. Yet this is cool. This is fine. This is fine. The Washington Post can go find a 21-year-old who had top secret security clearance files. 21-year-old. Once again, I've spoken to the people I've talked to, said they don't understand how a 21-year-old National Guard got this information.
Right. And also keep in mind how all this happened, but yet they, like I said earlier, they still haven't found the pipe bomb guy from what was it?
January 6th.
Yeah, the day
January
before,
5th.
basically. Yeah, they still can't find that guy, but yeah,
Still don't know the motive for the guy in Mandalay Bay. Let's see. What other things haven't they decided to figure out?
Yeah,
we haven't seen the manifesto for the Tennessee shooter, but
shooting too. That seems to be all up in the air about a bunch of shit with that. But yeah. Okay.
And what happened in Louisville at the bank? That went away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that went away. What else? There was another one the other night.
And you know what's funny is that they're coming out with this not too long after the Restrict Act is getting shit on, basically. And now that this happens, now they want to monitor Discord and stuff more. And so it's a push. It's all it is a push. They probably knew that this shit was already happening, and that's the only reason why they popped them.
Listen, this all, once again, it's a Trojan horse.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, we've just had a spike, an increase of shootings in the last couple of weeks out of nowhere. Like what, 2 a week now? It's been derailments
reported on.
Yeah, derailments that are going on. Oh, Chicago's in the fucking shitter. You seen that one? Holy shit!
Yeah, shit got crazy there.
Yeah, they're talking about they're taking Walmarts out of Chicago. And people are pissed, and they're calling it white supremacy. These white supremacist people who own this, it's like you fucking loot every time someone gets a punch in the face by a cop or something, or runs from somebody, and you guys start looting. And what do you think was going to happen?
Right.
Do you think they weren't going to go? Maybe we'd think about taking the Walgreens out.
It's not white anything. It's just called the economy, bro. Like we're not making money here. You guys are trashing shit, so we got to go. Like
yeah.
All right, but here's the rationalization, though. Oh, well, they got insurance.
Oh, I hate that. No, they got insurance, but it doesn't pay for all that shit.
I believe the show. So on Amazon, there's a show called Generation Wealth. Okay, and there's like this one rapper dude or whatever who raps about how to defraud people's credit cards, right? And they're all like praising him and how he's making all this money and stuff with defraud. And the rationale that these people have is because they have insurance.
Oh,
and that the people get their money back. And you're like, no, that's not not all the time. No.
Was it? That's like the same rationale as Gabrielle Union being able to cheat on Dwayne Wade. She's like, because I'm rich, bitch. Like I make more than him.
Or why? What's her face? Decided to tell Will Smith that she was banging some dude right on their own. On their own
entanglement with August. An entanglement.
Like what? Listen, Hollywood is fucking gross. I was talking about this last night with Kelly, because now all of a sudden she wants me to be with her on a podcast. But now she does lives and she's fucking up late, and I'm like, dude, this is 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I was on with Kelly, and I forgot what I was saying. I just pulled a Scott.
Hollywood is weird.
Oh yeah. And we were talking about it, and have you seen the movie about the two Coreys?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's
which one?
Fuck. It was on like Lifetime or something like that. It was a couple years ago, right after the one Corey died. Like Charlie Sheen fucked him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Charlie Sheen put a pounding on that boy.
What was implied, yes.
Yeah. And I've heard people say in the movie Lucas, he fucking gave it to him, and then he was being passed around by like agents and shit like that. Like it's bad, dude. It's disgusting. It's literal Sodom and Gomorrah out there. It is just.
Yeah.
If I don't,
I feel bad for. Was it Corey Feldman is the living one now, and like he has like this obsession with Michael Jackson too, which no, but I feel bad for that dude. He went on The View when Baba Wawa was still on there, and she was like. Was telling him to shut up about the abuse that he had gone through, and he's like, "Wait, what?" Like,
another reason why I can't stop. You can't stop with conspiracy theories. Like the dude said that, and she's literally like, "You can't say that," and like, And then now look what's going on. All these girls with Harvey Weinstein and all this crap. It's like,
right.
He was saying this for how long? Now it's coming out with all these Disney kids. Dude, there's a documentary I was watching last night on Barney on Paramount Plus. I think it's either Paramount Plus or Peacock. And it's about Barney, and these kids just become drug addicts. One dude was doing so many drugs. He was in a gunfight with somebody, I think, and I was half asleep. Became paralyzed from the waist down. Like these, what they do to these kids is just fucking brutal, and they just
hardcore Barney.
Yo, dude, it's really wild. This thing about Barney, but like what they do to these poor kids is it's the parents' fault. And the parents are just like, once
absolutely.
again.
Well, people wonder why all the stars that came out of was it Mickey Mouse Club and shit, why they're all fucked up, like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake is like the only one who really wasn't like fucked up. Like, I mean, who knows if he is or not, but he maintains, I guess. So yeah, well,
he married a female version of himself.
Listen,
have you ever seen Justin Timberlake and his wife? Like, if you put them both,
you hold your tongue about Jessica Biel. You hold your tongue, okay? You hold your tongue about that woman.
Listen, I loved Mary Camden. Okay, she was amazing. All right.
I bet you liked your dad too.
That's another guy. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
I forgot all about that. Oh my god.
That was another father. Seventh Heaven.
What's his name? His name is Stephen something.
Oh, not Day Spa. Stephen Collins.
Stephen Collins. And what's he played a priest or a pope or not bishop in the show Tudors.
I never saw it.
Confess on tape to child molestation, NYPD investigation. This is 2014.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I remember when that came out, and we are like, no. I used to watch Seventh Heaven all the time with my family.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like, do you remember back in the day when they had like FHM and Maxim and all these stars would be like on the that's where Jessica Biel, you kind of saw like the first time of like her boob, and you're like the girl from Seventh Heaven has got her boob out. Jennifer Love Hewitt's got her boob out. Oh, did you see her? Like those magazines are just all over the place now. Oh boy, you seen the latest Victoria's Secret? Oh boy.
Oh, are you talking about the extra chromosome Victoria's Secret?
No, not that one. I'm talking about the Victoria's Secret where it looks like they put a fucking lace thong on a whale.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Like man, everything is crazy now.
It's insane. But yeah, I feel bad. But this once again, this 21-year-old somehow, like, so from what I've heard, like they called him a pussy and he didn't know anything, and he was just like, yeah, I'm not a pussy, fuck you. Oh, okay, so before we go here, I want to play this one real quick, because this one I made a video about, and I sent this one to you, Scott, the one I made today, last night, about Katie Porter.
Yeah.
This, I was flabbergasted. Once again, this is why I say they don't listen to what they're talking about. They just have certain points they have to talk about, and this is it. And they have no brains. No brains. This lady, by the way, I don't know if you've heard, she's in a lawsuit with her ex-husband because she dumped a scalding hot pot of potatoes on him while they were married, and she was domestically abusing her ex-husband. Yeah.
Psycho.
Oh yeah. And why would you, like, she's not even that good enough to take potatoes. I wouldn't have her throw a carrot at me. If she fucking looked at me with a carrot in her hand, I would have divorced her. Anyway.
He must have been a real spud. I was thinking on that one for a whole minute.
It worked. It worked.
Bad judgment. Right, but the real scandal is not that he wants to do it. It's kind of old. What? Right now.
You gotta turn it up a little bit.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Start from the beginning, please.
Bad judgment. Right, but the real scandal is not that he wants to do it. It's kind of old. What? Right now. Let's be sorry? Yeah.
Kids are immature. That's why they're kids.
Not at 21. Not all over the world.
21-year-olds are immature. That's why we don't let them drink until they're 21. That's why some of us don't think that 20-year-olds or 19-year-olds ought to be able to go get AR-15s.
They can go fight.
I think there are
They can
arguments.
be in the army.
Well, I think that's a discussion we should have because I think
They
the
can
more we
vote.
know about
I thought if you vote, you should be able to have a certain level of maturity. They're deciding whether you should be in Congress or not.
Well, and by the way, I win those votes.
What?
And I win those votes, and I'm proud of it. But what I'm
So
saying
you just said
is
you
that,
win the votes of the immature.
well, but the immature, first of all, immaturity is not necessarily an age thing. You can be immature well.
But you just
into
played
your
the age
adulthood.
card. Yeah. You were like, our argument sucks because we're old, which is
No, I didn't say that. I
that's
said
getting
you
so
sounded-
boring.
And by the way, I'm only 58, just for the record.
Shut up, Pierce.
Shouldn't we critique each other on the content of our ideas, not on those identity politics? Things like, you know,
Oh my god,
So-
hon, this is what I think when I see her.
She's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly who she is. You're the Minister of Dark Arts.
All right. I just like
Yeah.
pink outfit, everything.
But so she's sitting there and she's saying that 19 and 20-year-olds can't own an AR-15. 21-year-olds, you have to wait till you to drink till you're 21. Yeah, you could chop your penis and
Right.
tits off before that because you're mature enough to know that you want to have a surgery that'll change the
how-
rest of your life.
I don't get how that makes any sense to anybody at all, even if you're on that side. How does it make sense at all to make a life-altering decision like that? But then she tries to boil down some shit down to age, but then she says that age doesn't have anything to do with maturity. It's like, bitch, where are you going with this? Like, you are making no sense. You keep going back and forth.
She basically said that young people are stupid and the stupid people vote for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all she said.
Yeah.
And then she tried to backtrack. She was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. I just insulted my entire voter base.
Yeah.
And they actually called that she schooled Bill Maher.
What? Ugh.
She
Probably
didn't
because
do
she's like,
shit.
oh, you guys are having they probably cut it off when she said, oh, you guys are sounding so old. And then they stopped the clip
then they
for
stop
everybody on the left. They're like, oh, she got a mic drop.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's
It-
fucking
it-
ridiculous.
And then didn't do the rest of it. Or they just don't know how to comprehend what was going on.
No,
I don't know how
no.
to comprehend what was going on, to be honest.
They have no idea what they have no idea what they're talking about. They just put it on and go, no, she won. She did, you know, and once again, it's user 745141 said on Twitter, Katie Porter won. It's like Dog Mom
So she
6.
did.
Yes, Dog Mom 6417. Katie Porter's amazing. Shut the fuck
Right.
up. But yeah, so let's get back to the 21-year-old. So now, like I was saying, the Washington Post is now third wing of the FBI.
So it looks like the Washington
You got
Post
so
is
sidetracked.
zeroing in on the person who leaked the top secret Pentagon documents on social media. The Post spoke to one of the alleged leakers' online friends, and he says a leaker posted hundreds of pages of photos of classified U.S. intelligence in a private group on Discord. It is a platform that's popular with video gamers. Now, the friend says that the user, who is known as OG, indicated that he brought the documents home from his job on a military base. OG claimed that he spent some of his day inside a secure facility that prohibited cell phones and other electronic devices that could be used to steal secret information.
I was first made aware of these documents, I want to say about 6 to 8 months
that
ago.
Trump? Look at that hair.
I was in a Discord server by the name of
It's barren.
Central, and in this channel there was classified documents being posted by a user who I will refer to as OG from this point. The documents were often listed as Ukraine versus Russia at first. However, it slowly spiraled into just intelligence about everything.
So the Post is reporting that OG took hundreds of photos of the actual documents and shared them with the group, including detailed charts of the battlefield in Ukraine and highly classified satellite images. National Security reporter Natasha Bertrand is at the Pentagon with more. Natasha, this is an unbelievable story to read. He had been posting them for a while. The folks there didn't believe, that it was actually real. And the friend says that there were Russian users in this online group.
Oh, there we go.
John, this is really remarkable reporting here. So what we are learning is that the alleged leaker of these documents was someone who works at a military base, according to this friend who was on this server with him and had been posting documents for months and months in this group chat that did include foreign nationals, including, according to this friend, Russians and Ukrainians, as well as other people who said that they were from Eastern Europe. Now, it is not clear at this point, of course, who this leaker actually is. He is only being referred to as OG, and the friend has refused to identify him at this point because they say they are aware that the FBI is undergoing a very intense leak hunt for this person, but they know where they know his real name, they know where he lives, they say, and they know that he works on a military base where he can have access to all of these documents. But look, in terms of what this group actually,
so a 21-year-old kid got secret documents, and they don't think Russia can hack into our system and get these documents.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I like how they're like emphasizing that in the group that he was in, there are people from Russia, Ukraine, and any other
Foreign nationals
Eastern
and
European
shit.
country. It's just like, oh, like any other Discord that you'd ever get.
Right. Yeah.
But the platform itself.
Yeah, they just don't. It's willful ignorance, because this person, Natasha Bertram, she's on TikTok and all. I've seen her. She's on Twitter and all that. You're telling me she doesn't know? That's like saying they posted it on Twitter where there's foreign nationals on Twitter. No shit.
Right.
Right.
Like it's not a secret. People, and that's it. Just it just so happens it was him, 2 kids from Des Moines, and 37 kids from Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Because he said, listen, this is what I got.
I'm confused because, weren't we told that by the Pentagon, just that the reporter should just stop reporting on it, and because it wasn't true? But then they locked this kid up. So what is it? Is it real or is it not?
Right. Well, to me, 100% it's real if they're fucking locking anybody up. It's like either you're just if you're getting anybody at all for any of this, you say it's so bad, then it has to be true. And like you said, the only thing that they tried to say wasn't true was what the death numbers.
Yeah. They said that it was manipulated, but they keep using words like manipulated and changed and all that stuff, and it was the only thing. Yeah, and the only thing that was changed was that, and saying that Russia took it, changed the numbers, but yet lowered the number of Ukrainians that died and Russians that died.
Yeah, it was something like that.
But they kept their strategic positioning and stuff.
It's like, wait a minute, hold on. And then here's the other thing that nobody's taking into consideration. We are not supposed to be in a fucking war with Russia right now, yet we have people in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Hold on. We were told we're not going to war with Russia. These documents say that we have boots on the ground in Ukraine, which we were told we weren't having. But let's gloss over that and go for this kid who told everybody that this is going on.
I guess we have 14 different special forces units there, and there's some from Latvia. I forgot where else. British,
UK.
Yeah, UK. It's pretty ridiculous.
And other NATO countries.
Yeah, other NATO countries. So I'm waiting for Article 5 to get issued soon enough. I mean,
what? I know what it is, but what's Article 5 for everybody who doesn't know?
That's basically declaration of war, possible nuclear attack. Yeah, but declaration of war, Article 5 would be under NATO, as they would issue that.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also fucked up. Like we said, they're there. What happened to Congress? Why isn't Congress like, hey, wait, why are these guys there? We're Congress. We're supposed to say this.
I know.
Warmongering assholes. That's why. We all know why.
Yeah.
We all know why, because they want us to go back to work so they can all make their fucking money.
Yeah.
That's all they want. They're all John McCain's.
Speaking of that too, I don't even need to pull up the article real quick, but it is pretty crazy too that Raytheon guy died not too long ago. Then that's a weapons manufacturer. So yeah.
And people don't look at, and everybody's going, well, no, see, it's a traitor. It's a traitor. It's a traitor. This guy's a traitor. I'm sorry. Edward Snowden's a traitor, I guess, also, because he let out all the WikiLeaks stuff. He's trying to tell the American
leaker of the Dobbs decision. Where's that
Who?
leaker from the spring?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's that?
What about all the leakers that had came out during the Trump administration?
Who? There was what?
Yeah, and they're leaking Trump's taxes. That's illegal.
Right. Yeah. Who leaked Trump's taxes to Rachel Maddow, who made it a special, and at the end of the hour, you saw that he actually paid a shit ton of money in taxes.
Right.
And he's owed money.
Yeah,
it was just, and not only that, and then they got up in arms because McCarthy gave Tucker Carlson the footage for January 6th, and they're like, this is bullshit. How can he get?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that got cut off pretty quick too. Not gonna lie, because Fox News is ran by some pussies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all. That's why we have shirts that say "Don't be a mainstream minion."
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like I told you guys it's like a guy and a girl having a fight, and he's like, and he's like, I didn't fuck her. Yes, you did. Well, maybe I fucked her a little. I'm pregnant. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You told us we weren't going to war. Then you told us there wasn't anybody there.
You're doing it.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's only a couple. It's just come on. We have a couple.
Well, no, and then they're like, well, I mean, since we're talking about it, we're actually just going to send more. Like,
well, why you guys brought it up? I mean, listen, I just you brought it up, so I'm gonna let you know that we have sent a couple more 1,000 troops over there, and people are just
I'm waiting for that to be on the news, like sending 100,000 more troops to Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like some of the next stuff.
Yeah, and once again, where is Congress? Where's Congress in all this? They're just letting him do whatever he wants to do. And just,
I'm not surprised. I mean, I don't know how you guys can be surprised because, like, isn't it like we haven't declared war with any other nation since World War II? So, I mean, I don't know. It's insane. We're gonna get into World War III. I remember Scott sent me the link to this on our Signal chat, and I was like, wait, so you're saying we're in war with Russia right now? And he's like, yep, pretty much. Yeah, that's
pretty much
what's going on.
Yeah. It's like I'm just waiting for it to actually be declared, or like I don't know, something to just go mainstream with it more, to where it just like now it can finally be put in people's head that you've all been being fucking lied to anyways. We've already been in this war.
And once again, it's the boiling frog.
Yeah.
It's you send a little bit, you send a little bit, and the next thing you know, we're back in Baghdad and Afghanistan, but we're now in. Yeah,
there's nothing happening here.
Nothing going on over here. What are you talking about? There's no war. There's no bombs. No bombs. No bombs.
And then we go back again to saying that the Taliban's bad, even though that we're like, they're good now.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Trump let out 5,000 Taliban troops. Dude, when you have the guy from Russia who's like that they let out recently going, hey, President Trump, why don't you come to Russia? We'll take care of you and make sure you're okay, okay? Come over here, we make some vodka, okay? Okay. You know,
because he was saying Trump should watch his back and shit.
Yeah.
What's going, everything that's happening. It's like, man, when you got the Lord of War telling you might want to watch your back, you may want to fucking listen.
Yeah, it's like that's like John Wick telling you, hey, you may want to check yourself out and make sure you're okay. And you're like, Bobo Yaga. I was just watching that before the first one because I want to. Oh, Cocaine Bear is out on Peacock, and I can't wait to see it. Yes. You know, movie theaters are going to go soon.
Yeah.
Just everything's just coming straight out and to streaming. So, but yeah, man, it's just I don't know, man. Once again, if you don't believe that they don't have our best interest and they're trying to get us with this racist transphobia shit, if you believe all that and that's what you're harping on, you've got a sad awakening one day when you just wake up and you realize you don't own shit, and they will tell you where to eat, shit, sleep, and piss, and you're gonna go and everybody's just gonna be, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. You thought you thought this was no because all I hear is, well, everybody deserves universal basic income. Yeah, so let's figure this out. The same way, you know how we're in this thing right now where we don't have enough shit because we had nobody working and they were destroying crops and killing cattle and all that. What happens when there's no cattle? What happens when there's nobody to cut your steak and make it into a steak, or take your Brussels sprouts and pick your Brussels sprouts because everybody wants to sit home and just play video games all day?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to eat? You think that the food just magically grows in McDonald's? So, and then, okay, we go processed food and we don't eat any more cows or anything like that. Who's going to work in the factories? Like, people don't fucking
robots. Remember, we're all gonna be like
Boston Dynamics. Say
Wally.
Boston Dynamics has entered the chat.
Boston Dynamics, because they're sending out their robot dogs in New York City now.
Right.
Listen, ChatGPT is racist as fuck. How long until those dogs start going into certain areas and they're like, these fucking racist robot dogs, they're just going into the ghettos. Why are they in Harlem?
If I see one of those enter my fucking neighborhood, you better believe I am blowing that thing up. There's no way I'm just letting it go through my neighborhood. I am beating the shit out of the thing. I am destroying it.
We know where to hit it. We saw the video.
Oh yeah.
We know exactly where to hit it. And listen, but wait till those dogs become racist.
Metaphoric balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till you're gonna see the old pictures of shepherds going after certain demographic of people, and then now you're gonna see Boston Dynamic yellow dogs going after a certain dynamic of people, and they're like, these people, you look at these racist dogs,
right?
You're like, well.
Now we need a whole breed of the dogs to go after the ATF for their fallen brothers.
Dude,
that's what we need.
Listen, Vivek, dude, this guy, the more he talks and the more I listen to him, the more I like him, man. He's about abolishing the 3-letter mafia. You know, he's about doing like all the stuff we talk about. He seems like, you know, he's good. Service equals citizenship. I'm sorry, but you know, everybody should do 2 years like they do in Israel. At 18 years old, it'll teach them some kind of fucking discipline, and that's what we need. Instead of all these fucking young kids running rampant over here. I heard today about how in Kansas City, a young kid was blasted because he showed up at some guy's door, and you know, and they let the guy go because he was palm colored. He was palm colored, so he got away with it. I mean, I'm sorry. Did you not see all the other people in other states like New York who are not palm colored getting away with murders and being let out of prison early and then murdering again and then going, well, you know, he needs to be rehabilitated and he shouldn't go to jail, so we'll let him out again. What about those? But I mean, you know, it's just stupid. We're focused too much on the wrong thing, and that was the live I saw the other day. But this lady was just like, let's all come together. And they're like, fuck that. Fuck that. It's been 400 years. And I wanted to pop in and go,
like, yeah, it's been 400 years. That's a long time. So stop already. God.
But it's not only that. It's like America's only 200 and something years old. So why are you talking about 400 years? And I'm sorry, weren't the Jews enslaved? Weren't the Irish enslaved?
All of that shit, all of slavery and all that shit was happening so long before any of this bullshit that happened. What happened with America and all that is a fucking drop in a bucket compared to everything else that has happened. So get the fuck over it. Like, it sucks to even say that because they're like, oh, you sound heartless. No, I just sound like, fucking normal thinking. Like, this already happened. We can't change the past. Like, we don't have a time machine, motherfuckers. Like,
it's like if you want to do. It's like if your mother got into a car accident and she became a paraplegic, and then you decided that you were a quadriplegic because your mom was a paraplegic, so now you're a quadriplegic, and it's like it's not how it works. Well, I saw my mom every day in a wheelchair, so yeah, but that's you're
not
not.
How any of this works.
It's like this is no. It's well, I suffered because my mom suffered. Yeah, I get that. You probably have to take care of your mother or whatnot, but you're not a quadriplegic because your mom is one. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
Right. Oh,
like,
we'll have somebody, but soon enough we'll be having somebody identify that way.
They already do.
My mom had a stroke. I identify as having a stroke now. It's gonna happen.
My mom was handicapped, so can I get a handicap placard too?
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
That's happening. Listen. If there's something, there's somebody trying to get away with it. Always.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is. And it's just like, and I don't care what race. If it doesn't matter. It's once again, a lot of people it's a class thing. It's not a race thing. It's a class thing, because they'll tell you that, blacks are affected by this and blacks are affected by that. And then turn around and tell you, well, white people are the most people on EBT. It's like, wait a minute. How is it that most white people on EBT, yet if they take away EBT, it affects the black proportion the most? And it's like,
then whenever you tell them that, it's like,
soon after.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then they'll change it on you and then go straight to abortion. It's like, oh my God. Didn't we? How do we get from EBT to abortion? I don't. Okay. I guess, whatever. And then they just pile on. Like I said, these lives are wild. They're so wild and they're just so funny.
We'll have to we'll have to do another Patreon with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we definitely do, because I've got a couple of good ones that I'm just like, there was one I got for an hour I recorded, and I was like, holy, and it just was getting better and better and better, and it was just like, holy shit. It was just they just lace into these people, because then they just pile on, and then they start like, and then somebody else. Oh, dude. And then somebody else comes in and starts talking about their trauma. And then somebody else comes in and talks about their trauma. And then the person who they piled on is talking about how their kid is biracial. And they go, did you just tokenize your child? And it's like, wait a minute. You just sat here for 20 minutes telling me how I'm racist and how this and that and what happened to you and your family. And I said, well, my kid is.
Say that just makes me want to throw stuff. Like, oh my God.
And I tell you, my kid is half black, and you're like, well, you tokenizing him. Obviously, I'm not racist. Fuck the black dude. Or fuck the black chick. Like, what?
I had no idea. I had no idea stating reality was a tokenization. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah. Bringing it full back around. That's why when they say these things to you, just say, yeah. I'm racist. Yeah, I'm transphobic. Yep. I don't care.
He's my token child. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, he goes out and he picks the cotton for me while my white kid, he wears the cotton. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Like what the fuck? Like, people really have to just stop and just relax. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
You're talking to people online. First of all, online who are half in the bag most of the time, and it's just. I don't know. Like I said, I'm glued.
That's why I can only watch so much of that, because of that exactly at the end. I don't know, because it makes me want to. It'll make me want to put my head through a wall because it really is like there's no way to get through to a lot of them. But it's pretty fun to watch it and shit like that and do some shit talking over it. I'll give us that.
But like I said, the one where it's 5 white people against 1 white woman whose son is half black, and they're telling her about racism. They found the one black guy in the thing, and they brought them up, and he started talking about it, and I'm like, oh my god! And it just kept getting worse because she was just like sitting there, just going on and on about how she's not racist and all. And I'm just like, lady, either A, just drop, or B, just say, I'm fucking racist. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm racist.
Or just say, I don't have to justify myself to you.
Yeah. That's it.
That's why you're probably sitting on your shitter right now having this conversation for all I know.
Right.
And here's an idea. If you want to be white and you want to be and you think everybody, give up your shit then. Call the next black person you know and go, here you go, pal. This goes to you. I'm going to be homeless.
Oh, I've said that a few times to socialists and shit on Twitter when they start talking about them. Like, have you gave up any of your shit today? No? Shut up.
That's my favorite thing to say. That's my favorite things to say to girls who have OnlyFans. And they're like, and I go, so why don't you give your pictures out for free? That's not how it works. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we know. That's called capitalism, baby.
Yeah. It's like I'm a strong, independent woman. Buy my pictures of my feet and my...
You can make pictures off of your feet?
Dude, I saw a video of a girl who took pictures of her mother's feet and then bought her mom a Mercedes truck with the pictures of her mom's feet.
So weird.
People are fucking weird, Chad.
Wrong business.
Yeah. I got some nice feet for a dude too. I got some nice feet for a guy. Shit.
Business party feet collection.
Yeah, there we go. The calendar's coming up, baby. Let's make one.
You draw some hearts for February on the bottom of your soul.
Right.
Oh my god.
Have a little top hat on for St. Patty's Day. That's not Green Gang. It's just St. Patty's Day.
Have a hat and a hole with it for Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Have some cotton around for like a beard.
A car with brains on it for Kennedy's. Anyway. Well, that was that was fun, kiddos. I love this, man. This is so much fun. I guess Jackie, you go first today.
With what? Where you can find me at?
Yeah.
So I have a big announcement. I finally got myself a new Twitter. Woo!
Yeah.
So you can find me at Suburban Mama 1. Thank you. I'm very proud of myself. Yes, I can be found on Twitter at Suburban Mama 1, as well on True Social at Suburban Mama.
Right on.
You got to make a TikTok. You just got to make a TikTok. Just make it so we can send you videos. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
Don't post nothing.
All right.
Just put like a picture of a Suburban. Just make a Suburban picture. Just put it on there. Okay. You can find me on TikTok, Midwest Troublemaker. You can find me on Twitter, MW Troublemaker. Dive Bar News. Business Party Network. They should all have the link tree to everything. Patreon, join our Patreon. I still have to put that episode with Kelly, but like we also said, we're going to do another TikTok Science Theater 3000, where we'll watch another TikTok live and just make fun of them. But we also got to, we'll throw some stuff up. Like you said, if you're a member for 6 months or more, you will get a shirt or some kind of merchandise, depending on where and what merchandise we have at the time. Yeah. So also make sure, please like and subscribe to the channel. You don't have to watch us, just subscribe to us. That'd be great. If you do watch us, you can throw us in the background whenever you're just cooking or diddling yourself in the bathroom and just leave us on, that'd be great. In the bathroom.
No,
leave it on.
bad suggestion.
And
What if
Lincoln's
you
fine.
do?
it. I don't mind it.
But yeah. Scotto.
You can find me at Scott_Craiglow on both TikTok and Instagram. Then we got Business Party Podcast on Instagram. And now you can also start catching me on, Stabbing Like OJ on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to be doing my gaming soon, so catch me there. That's right. That's my name, Stabbing Like OJ.
I need to get you a picture of that pog I have.
Yes. But yeah, catch me there sometimes, and beyond that, we will be seeing you again this coming up Wednesday as usual, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And go ahead, Davey.
We're not here to open your mind. We're not here to change your mind. We're just here to open your mind. Scotto.
And of course, fuck the moon. We're going to Uranus.
On Uranus.
Woo! Talk to y'all later. Have a great fucking Sunday.
Peace.